What's going on, guys? Today we are making ice cream sandwiches and we are also making homemade milkshakes. Let's jump right into it.
So we preheated the oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. So now the first step is mix all the dry ingredients into a small bowl. So to start off, in a small bowl, combine flour in here. It's 2 1/4 cups of flour.
Flour.
So that's a cup.
That's a cup.
That's a cup.
Make sure to evenly measure it with your hands or with a knife.
Or you just do that.
Yeah.
And 1/4 of a cup, because it's 2 1/4. So, now that is the flour. Next, you are going to need to do baking soda and salt, and that is each a teaspoon.
Can I do that?
Yes.
Alright. I'll just do the salt. I don't know how baking soda works. Pour it out. There we go.
A little more. And now, a teaspoon of salt. Okay. So that was all the dry ingredients, and now let's move on to the wet ingredients.
Transition.
Now for the next thing, we are going to put wet ingredients into here as long as a couple of dry ingredients. So let's get into it. Now, for the next step, you have to put the butter, which is softened, which you'll put in last because it's still softening, granulated sugar, which is normal sugar, and brown sugar into your main big mixing bowl. So it's 3 1/4 cup of sugar. So you do, if you don't have a 3/4, which we lost it, is going to be a 1/2 cup and a 1/4 of a cup. That's a lot of sugar. But that's not all, because then you need to put some, same thing for your brown sugar.
Can I do that?
Which, brown sugar. And go. No, use this one. No, because that's not about. Dump it back in and dump it.
Oh.
Well, just some smaller bag.
Yeah.
3 1/4. And yeah, you can do the last one. More. That's good. Done. Okay. Now, finally, the butter, which 2 sticks. 1, 2. Okay. So now you're gonna beat it gradually. Before we start mixing, you also need a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Next up is going to be the eggs, and you add them in one at a time, and you mix it after each egg addition. So let's get into it. For the final 2 steps, you're going to want to add the dry mixture you did before into this bowl. As it mixes, go a little bit, and then also the chocolate chips. So let's get into it. Okay, so now we are going to put the cookie dough on a sheet so that they could be turned into cookies. So you can either use your hands or a spoon, doesn't really matter. Make them into a ball, put them on the sheet. Just gonna use my hands.
And I will assist you.
Make sure your hands are washed for everything. You kind of want to do 3 down on this size baking sheet. Make them decently sized, not too big, not too small. That was too close.
I'm just making the balls, not placing them.
You're gonna need to probably do a couple of sheets.
Unless you're making like a little bit.
Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty.
That's the fun of baking.
What are you doing? Alright, this is probably the last one to make a fail on this sheet.
Whip that up well.
Okay, so now we're going to wash our hands and pop this into the oven. Okay, so we are back, and now we are going to make the ice cream sandwiches. So as you can see, our cookies came out very good. You're gonna take one cookie about the same size. We're gonna take a scoop of ice cream. Oh, like that. Then plop it, and boom. Ice cream sandwich. So now we're gonna do it for all of them. This is the final ice cream sandwiches. They put sprinkles on them at the end. Leave a comment if you like them. Now for the final homemade dessert. It is going to be milkshakes. So you just need a blender, and yeah, you just put ice cream and whatever you want into a blender. So for my milkshake, I'm going to be making just straight up vanilla. Oh, and milk, Aaron. Go get some milk.
Right, milk. You can use any type of milk, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just put a little milk in it to make it.
Oops. I want to do like a splash.
Yeah, I know.
You only need a splash of milk. Well, I'm just gonna let you do yours for the one.
Keep adding the vanilla.
Adding all the vanilla ice cream.
So, yeah, fill it up to wherever you want. We're just out of vanilla ice cream. You fill it up with a little more milk.
We're literally out.
And then you can either put the chocolate syrup in now or later. Putting it in now.
I would put some in now, some in later.
So mix this together, and yes, that is basically how you make a milkshake. And now I'm going to blend it all together. So I'm gonna put it there. It's not working, I don't think so. Nope. Power on. Blend it up. And yeah, it doesn't take that long because it's all liquid. You can do it to various thicknesses.
Now pour it into your cup.
Yep. So as you can see, you have to do it for a little longer. That was not long enough. Maybe sometimes you might have to add a little more milk because you didn't put in enough. But yes, that is how you make a milkshake. Oh, I'm making a mess.
Alright, so I'm doing mine. Mine is a chocolate.
And only halfway up with ice cream.
Yeah, I know. Really am bad at scooping it. Oh, there we go. If you don't have an ice cream scooper, you can use a spoon. It might be a little harder, so you might want to defrost it a little bit. But
You need some help?
yeah.
Go grab me a spoon. Milk me.
Hey, I got it.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. That's good, that's good.
Nope. I think that's the last scoop of ice cream.
Okay, a little more.
I think that's good.
A little more milk.
Alright. Now I'm just gonna put in some Hershey syrup and some chocolate chips. Actually, I don't need chocolate chips.
It makes a mess though.
Yes. And we've done so much baking. I think messes are least concern. Okay. Now time for the top to go on.
Here, let me do this. No. Let me make sure it's in the. Okay. Now Aaron's milkshake. Should be good. Beautiful.
I can pour it in or not.
Now
Now
go grab
time to
your
put
straw.
my finishing touches. A hint, some of chocolate syrup. And some sprinkles. And yes, this is my chocolate milkshake.